This is lesson 9.4, Logarithm Functions. Okay, if b is greater than 0 and b isn't equal to 1, then y is the logarithm of x to the base b, which we write as log base b of x equals y, if and only if b to the y equals x. Okay, makes a little more sense with numbers. For example 1, when we see log base 2 of 8 equals 3, this is where our base goes. This is where our exponent goes. And our 8 is basically the answer, or the solution to our exponential equation. So we can rewrite this as our base, which is 2, to the exponent of 3 equals 8, which is a true statement. For the next one, our base is 2 to the power of negative 2 equals 1/4. For C, our base is x to the power of y equals 4. For example 2, we will rewrite in log form. Log form looks like this. Log, then our base goes right here, and our answer, so to speak, goes right here, and that equals the exponent. So if we write 2 cubed equals 8, we'll do log, the base is 2, then we put our answer, which is 8, equals 3. And then I tend to look back and read it to myself and say, okay, if this is right, then 2 to the third power has to equal 8. And that's what we started with, so we're good. For the next one, log, our base is 4, answer's 2, equals 1/2, which is our exponent, and then I'll read it back to myself. Okay, 4 to the 1/2 equals 2, and it does. For the next one, log, our base is 3, our answer, or the other side of the equal sign is really what I mean by answer, is y, equals our exponent, which is x. So then 3 to the x equals y. Good, that's what we started with. For the next one, we'll evaluate. So if you want to, you can say log base 2 of 8 equals x. I'll show you how to do it without the x in a second. And so then if we use the x, if we write it as an exponential equation, we'll have our base of 2 to the power of x equals 8. Well, 2 to what power equals 8? 3. So x equals 3. And now we can go the other way. If this is equal to x, now 8 to the power of x equals 2. 8 to what power equals 2? Well, it's cube root. So x equals 1/3. I think I'll show all these examples with x's, and I'll show the next example without x's, okay? So log base 8 of 8 equals x. So our base is 8, so 8 to the x equals 8. 8 to what power equals 8? 1. Okay, so now we have base of 2, so 2 to the x equals 1/2. Since this is the same as 1 over 2 to the 1, x is actually equal to -1, because 2 to the first power is 2, but it's on the bottom of the fraction, so it's a negative. Okay, now we have some more examples. So the log of 81 to the base 3. So log of 81 to the base 3 kind of sounds weird, but basically our base is 3 and this is 81. So what this expression is saying is 3 to what power equals 81. So since 3 to the 4th power is 81, log base 3 of 81 equals 4. For the next one, we're looking at 8 to what power equals 1 over 64. 8 squared is 64. It's on the bottom of a fraction, so it's negative 2. Log base 8 of the cubed root of 8. I mean, there's a couple ways you can do this. I would really just rewrite it, because we know the cube root of 8 is just 2. So log base 8 of 2. So this means 8 to what power equals 2. And it's cubed root, which is kind of evident up here. So our answer is 1/3. I would say pause the video and try A and B, and then come on back. I would say I'll show you C. Okay, so the log 125 to the base 5. Our base always goes here, so it's log 5 of 125. So the question we're asking here is 5 to what power equals 125? And 5 cubed is 125, so log base 5 of 125 is 3. Log base 4 of 2 is asking 4 to what power, because our base again is always the little guy. 4 to the power of what equals 2? It's the square root, so it's 1/2. C is a little bit different. I'm going to rewrite it a couple times. So log base 2 of 4 to the negative 3/2 is log base 2 of 1 over 4 to the 3/2. Now, this was, I think, in the last lesson, so we can simplify 4 to the 3/2. 4 cubed I can do, but I tend to go with the root first. The square root of 4 is 2, and 2 to the 3rd power is 8. So this is really log base 2 of 1/8. So we're looking at 2 to what power equals 1/8. So since 2 cubed is 8, but it's on the bottom of the fraction, this 8 is on the bottom, the denominator, it's actually negative 3 for our answer. Logarithms to the base 10 are used most often, therefore we refer to them as common logarithms, or usually just the common log. They're often written without indicating the 10. So log base 10 of 100 is the same as log of 100. So you really won't see that 10. You can write it for yourself, but in a problem you won't see it. So in example 5, we're going to find the logarithm of each number to the base 10. So log of 100 is the same as log base 10 of 100. So we're looking for 10 to what power equals 100. So our answer is 2, because 10 to the 2nd power, or 10 squared, is 100. For the next one, I'll rewrite this as log base 10, and 0.001, you can do it, but usually we'll want this as a fraction or a whole number. So this is the same as 1/1000th. So 10 to what power is equal to 1 over 1,000. And since 10 cubed is 1,000, and it's in the denominator of a fraction, our answer is negative 3. Log 1 is the same as log base 10 of 1. 10 to what power equals 1? Well, anything to the 0 power equals 1. This next one's a little trickier, for sure. I'm going to rewrite this as log base 10 of 10 to the 1st times 10 to the 1/2. So log base 10 of 10 to the 1/2, but honestly we don't usually write it that way. We'll have it as an improper fraction and make it 3/2. So then we're looking at 10 to what power equals 10 to the 3/2. So our answer is then 3/2. And again, if you wrote it as 1/2, it's fine. Just know that you'll see improper fractions. We're going to skip example 6.